if we can encourage more national oil companies to partially privatize, I don't think full privatization is the way to go. I think that's not going to happen, and it's not useful in many ways. But partial privatization, particularly when shares are listed on a stock exchange, which mandates certain accounting standards and certain transparency standards, certain disclosure standards, can help force some measure of accountability on these national oil companies. And incidentally, it can be helpful to them as they can help raise capital. It can help them raise capital. A second idea, coming from, of all places, the state of Alaska, is to just disperse some of the money right away, rather than have it transferred into the government's hands and the national oil company's hands, and then we're not really sure what happens. What if the government commits to giving every citizen a dividend, so that each year every citizen has a great incentive to monitor and figure out how much money the government's collecting, to make sure they get their fair share, and to place hence some kind of constraints on the government, encourage greater scrutiny, and not incidentally take a large fraction of the money that creates all of these problems out of the hands of governments that are not doing a very good job at deploying it. Final point, transparency. The fact that secrecy is so important means that even we as outsiders, even American citizens, can play a role in creating greater transparency and reducing some of the malevolent effects of oil. Okay? The oil curse, in effect, starts in the oil-consuming, oil-importing countries. And the United States is by far the world's largest importer of oil, more than twice as much as the next country. Okay? So we have a role, we have a responsibility, but we also have power to help cast more light on this industry.